First, we'll unbox this Corsair IQ220T RGB cabinet, right? Okay. Shit. Like seriously shit. A bit of muscle flex. If you see, like and subscribe right now. Noise. Very noise. Let's be gentle because in the future, if I move somewhere and I have to pack this stuff, see what I did, right? Bullshit. All right. So what's inside? So this is just a manual, which is will definitely not be needed because I've already kind of learned it. I've literally seen like 100 assembly videos till now, so I don't need that. Thanks, Corsair, anyways. Give you a sneak peek into what exactly is inside. As you can see, right? Can you see it? No. Yeah. Can you see those three fans? Right. So that's the primary reason why I bought this. One was definitely Corsair, and I have kind of a trust in that brand. Second is those three fans, and they are RGB fans. So you can see there are two USB 3.0 ports. There is an on and off button. There is a power button. 3.5 audio jack. Tempered glass over here. Tempered glass over here. Right. Both these things. Now imagine, इसमें जब light लगेगी तो कैसा लगेगा? Amazing, right? This is for the graphics card mounting. This is for the exhaust fan. This is for the power supply. And you can also add two exhaust fans over here. Easy peasy, not a big deal. And the best thing is this. Magnetic dust filter, right? Amazing stuff. That's the Corsair IQ220T RGB cabinet. Now, next we are going to unbox a rather simple product. Belkin surge protector, right? Surge protection. So I did not go for a UPS because there is an inverter, and the primary reason is that because I don't have money currently, right? So let's unbox this. Oh yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe. Like, seriously, कुछ नहीं है. Warranty. क्या है ये? Alright, so I'll just directly show you what exactly this does. So essentially, maybe you have a faulty wiring in your house. Maybe the weather conditions are too harsh. There is extreme lighting or other stuff. Or in some cases, you have large appliances at home, which most of us do. We have ACs, we have fridge, we have maybe a geyser, a heater, a blower, a lot of other stuff, right? So at times there may be like 2 or 3 devices. So yes, that's why this is needed. It protects your electronic equipment from any surge that is there. Kind of nullifies that. No, that's it. Now let's go to the motherboard, right? Now this is the real beast. This is the real beast. This will easily last me for like another 5 or 6 years. That is the plan. I don't want to replace it anytime soon. X570 Aorus Elite Wi-Fi from Gigabyte. And the reason why I went with this, you want to know? Yeah, it's written over there. That's it. That's the only reason. So the place where I currently live right now, it has got a router, but it is kind of far off. थोड़ा दूर है, वहाँ से connect करना वरना ये सब मेरे को झमेला नहीं चाहिए. So what I decided, yeah, let's go with this, right? So let's unbox now. Like seriously, it's a request from all of you. Stop seeing this channel if you want to unbox something. This is not going to teach you to how to unbox. This is just one of the stupidest channels out there, which will just show you stuff, right? Stuff that really matters. This is excellent stuff right there. I'll just remove the cover in a while. Before that, let's see what other stuff is there. There is the SATA connector. I seriously, guys, I seriously don't know what this is. Any idea, please? There's the installation guide, which again I'll not see because I've seen 100 YouTube videos for that same. And I believe that is the best learning. Alright, there's a user manual, which I'm going to throw off. There's a G connector. G connector? Seriously, I don't know. This is all the stuff. So I'll just remove the cover to show you. This is some amazing shit. This is the stuff we were afraid of in our childhood. Let's see where we have come. Kahan the kahan hai? The CPU fan. There are 1, 2, 3, and 4 slots for the RAM. There is a 24-pin power supply connector. There is the NVMe slot, NVMe SSD slot, which is open from here, and a plenty lot of stuff over here. So yes, I'm not going to disturb any of that right now. Now let's move on to the next thing, which is the, I guess it would be graphics card, right? Next up is the beast. This is the real beast because this is actually going to do a whole lot of processing. The Nvidia GeForce RTX 2060 from Gigabyte. This graphics card is like OP. Like, I won't say it's as good as a lot of other stuff in the market out there, 2080, 3080, बहुत चीज़ है. But अगर आपको गेम में रे ट्रेसिंग चाहिए, go for this. Start तो करो, देखा जाएगा बाद में. Ray tracing is simply one of the closest that you can get to simulating a real world. That tracing requires a lot of processing, and a lot of computation, which is just something that GTX series could not do, right? That's why RTX, and this is the least expensive in the RTX series. That's why I got this. Now let's unbox. Sorry for this like nomadic and barbaric unboxing video. What the fuck? Oof. What's inside? Another CD, right? Graphics driver and utility, right? Good, cool. But anyways, you need to update all the stuff from the website after you install it for the first time. Then I guess it's not needed. There are two fans, and as you can see, they are kind of aligned in different directions. That's because, well, that's fluid dynamics a bit to avoid turbulence over here. They spin in the opposite direction. That's it. Simple, but amazing. And actually, don't worry about all the connections and the pins and the adapters and all the other stuff. You'll get this with your power supply. Yeah, nice, right? This will actually do a hell lot of processing. And you remember in the side of the cabinet, I just showed you a mounting station kind of thing. So this is where it will go actually. That's it. Nvidia RTX 2060 from Gigabyte. Amazing stuff. Now let's go to the boss, which is Ryzen 7 3700X processor, which is the CPU. तो हाँ kids, बचपन में जिसको CPU बोलते थे वो एक कैबिनेट है। CPU ये है, right? ये है CPU, AMD Ryzen 7 3700X 8 core, right? 8 cores needed. तो जो बेसिकली कंप्यूटर का दिमाग होता है ना, ब्रेन, यही है। दिस इज इट। प्राइस टू वॉल्यूम रेशियो के बारे में बात करें, दिस इज द मोस्ट एक्सपेंसिव स्टफ। इतना सा है एंड दिस कॉस्ट 30,000 रुपीज, राइट? या अगेन लेट्स डू द नूब अनबॉक्सिंग। And the best thing is this RGB. RGB just kind of, adds like a super aesthetic touch to anything. ऐसे भी चलता, ये रंग बिरंगा सतरंगी इंद्रधनुष जब बनेगा, then you will actually feel like, yeah, I'm sitting in heaven. Seriously, gamer's heaven. And this is the main thing. And I'm not going to unbox this because इसमें कुछ है नहीं, ये बस जाकर मदरबोर्ड में लग जाएगा and will do what it is. It's a brain, simply brain of the computer, right? And the cooler, let's see how exactly does it look. All right, this is some seriously good stuff. I don't know what this is exactly. This is thermal paste, I guess, but basics assembly time, so you will see this, but in simple terms it will be something like this, right? So yeah, the main thing, connectors, and connectors. So the reason why I'm not talking about the connectors so much is because one, I don't know. Two, it's simple because you automatically figure them out. The moment you put all the stuff, open the CPU cabinet, you assemble the motherboard, which I just showed you. After that, आपको खुद पता चल जाएगा कौन सा चीज़ कहाँ जोड़ना है और नहीं पता चलेगा, ठीक है, fine, no issues. YouTube hack इसलिए. Yeah, so the cooler and the brain. And now let's move on to some of the bigger parts. Now the storage device, the RAM, the hard drive, and the SSD, solid state drive. You need the SSD, you may or may not need the SSD, as I have already told you, but buy one, ek kharid lo. 240GB or a 480GB or 500GB, these don't come in the standard sizes 256 and 512. So go for at least 250GB and keep your OS over there. Maybe one heavy game or one editing or a simulation software over here. Believe me, it will run like makhan chalega. And in the future, if you get a lot of money, बहुत पैसा हो जाए, Western Digital Black 1 या 2 TB ले लेना, life set है. This is the hard drive. इसको unbox करके कोई फायदा नहीं है, दिख रहा है, जो है सो है. Standard hard drive, Western Digital Blue, and the HyperX Fury. Like seriously, you don't actually need to, क्या है इसमें, हो गया, that's it. RAM, 3200 megahertz का 8 gigabytes का memory, right? RAM. Same thing over here, कोई फायदा नहीं. Hard drive, इसको unbox करके कोई फायदा नहीं, जो है सो है. That's it. 500 GBs SSD from Western Digital, right? Once all the unboxing is done, then I'll directly show you how to assemble it. Try to put a first person perspective. नहीं आ पाए, sorry in advance. हो सकता है ना आ पाए. First person perspective create करना is very tough. Now we'll see the fans. Now I have with me AntEsports Superflow 120mm diameter ARGB fans, right? This was needed because my cabinet has got 3 fans in the inlet, which I just showed you, and to balance them you have to install 3 outlet fans. Simple. It's not like it won't work if you don't do, तब भी चलेगा, but still अगर 3 इधर है, 3 same diameter के fan इधर होने चाहिए. That is my suggestion. Again, the noob unboxing comes. And let me appreciate this very cool box, right? क्या मस्त cute box, right? And the best thing, I got this on Diwali. तो ये सबसे पहले आने वाला product था. This is one of the first products which I got at around Diwali, right? A few days after Diwali, I would rather say. Yes, this Diwali was, essentially RGB. RGB मतलब red, green, blue होता है. And anyone is wondering, obviously. Like, I don't know what. Oof. If you could smell this, believe me, amazing. I don't know what have they put in it. कुछ तो है. कुछ तो गजब है. So basically, you don't need to worry about all the mountings and that stuff. AntEsports will provide you with screws and also a connector. And this is the best part, controller. So yes, you can remotely control this thing. Okay. Oof. Cool, right? Remote. इससे basically, apart from the motherboard sync that you have, ARGB का necessarily मतलब होता है addressable RGB, right? So all the LEDs जो इसमें होते हैं, so the LEDs in there are separately addressable. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि उनको एक पैटर्न के तहत ही चलना है. They will be connected to your motherboard and the motherboard can individually send them signals to light up. तो RGB का जो एक्चुअली इफेक्ट आता है ना, रेड, ग्रीन एंड ब्लू सतरंगी, वो आता है आपका इसके कारण. दिस व्हिच आई शोड यू ओवर हियर इज काइंड ऑफ अ रिसीवर एंड दिस इज अ रिमोट कंट्रोल, राइट? देयर आर 3. 3 आगे 3 पीछे, एज सिंपल एज दैट. 120 मिलीमीटर डायमीटर का है. दैट्स इट. देयर आर 3, 1, 2 एंड द थर्ड वन इन द बॉक्स. 1, 2 and 3, right? That's it. And finally, to power all the stuff which you just saw, the PSU. PSU is confused mat ho jana, power supply unit, right? Yeah, that's it. From Corsair CV 550, that is the design power is 550, so it can take anything which is around, I suggest 500 or less than that. Okay. This is what you should maintain. This is the Corsair CV 550, 80 plus bronze. Bronze is just because bronze से gold पे ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, very honest. But price exponentially भाग जाता है. Value for money, so bronze is definitely the value for money. Or anyways, it is not going to affect the quality of your system. It is going to affect the quality of your bills. Bills में भी कुछ ज़्यादा आ जाए, हल्का सा, tiny. Go for a gold if you can. But I went for the brand and this thing. 80 plus bronze is enough. So 80 plus is actually all of them are 80 plus, 80 plus. होती है efficiency. Because efficiency थोड़ी बढ़ जाती है और कुछ नहीं होता. No effect on any sort of production. हमारे कंप्यूटर के परफॉर्मेंस पे कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा. No effect on anything. So just go for 80 plus bronze if you can. हाँ, पैसे हैं तो बिल्कुल, right? No issue. Where to unbox this from? Let's see. Just find one weak spot and drag it. Anything, right? Fuck you. And if you ask about the fan noise, yes, hoga, definitely hoga, but it will be under the shroud and the fan will be stationed kind of at the bottom, so air niche se aayega. So yeah, you don't need to really worry about it. And if you see the graph, up to around 300 watts, your decibel hai, that is the noise level, is around 15 decibels. 15 decibels is just like a tiny whisper. If you're going to push like 440 or 500, something like that, दिक्कत होगा. But anyways, my system is not going to push anything beyond 330. This ATX you'll see everywhere, Your motherboard is ATX or ATX or E-ATX or mini ATX or micro ATX and a lot of other sizes. So essentially, in noob terms, noob लोगों के लिए, नए लोगों के लिए, ATX का मतलब size होता है. Shit, bro, shit. If you could just, smell it. Wait a minute. What the fuck is this? Seriously? I'm an Indian guy. क्या मतलब इंग्लिश बोलते हैं तो क्या अमेरिकन थोड़ी हो गए? Let me check this. Seriously, if it does not go through, I am fucked big time. YOLO. Seriously, मेरे को बाबू भैया का डायलॉग याद आ गया. मेरे को ऐसे थक थक हो रहा है. ठीक है, ये क्या है भाई Corsair? Like, what the fuck is this? गोल बना देते तो कुछ दिक्कत नहीं होता. ठीक है, चलेगा, no issues. This is the main stuff, right? Heavy bro. कैबिनेट से अटैच करने के लिए स्क्रू चाहिए, obviously. And but yeah. Oof. Yeah. And it has also got a fan because this is something which gets heated up a lot. Like a lot, बहुत ज़्यादा. So fan तो चाहिए. That's it. Let's go to the next part of the video.